Meet the founder who, no matter what was going on, always had the biggest and most infectious smile and laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, Faith from Social Lender.
So when right go wrong, just say a little prayer, get your money, man. Life goes
So
on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it, let it take you away and be hopeful.
Hello, I'm Faith Adesemowo from Social Lender. I'd like to tell you about a few people back home in Nigeria. This is Balogun. He wants to pay his child's school fees, but he doesn't have the money for this. Then there's Paul and his wife. They started a small-scale business a few months ago and need money for the day-to-day operations of the business. There's also Elvis. He also wants to start a business of his own, but he needs money to start this. These are very different people with different problems. But they have something in common. They lack access to formal credit. These are just a few people in over 30 million Nigerians who fall into this category. They simply do not have access to formal credit. What seems to be the problem here, though? Why is this problem in existence? The answer can be summed up in one word: trust. Trust is the big issue here. The financial institutions have no way of trusting these people because they have no financial history on them. The cost to assessing their willingness and ability to repay is also very high. These people do not have the collateral to offer the financial institutions. Beyond Nigeria and across the African continent, this is estimated at a $500 billion problem. It's an opportunity. What we do know, though, is that people are connected on social media, they're connected with mobile connections, and over 350 million people across Africa have access to the internet. All of these connections leave behind a digital fingerprint. Everyone in this room has a digital fingerprint that can be harnessed into some sort of collateral, an asset to build more trust. As a result of this, we built Social Lender. These connections can form what we call a social reputation. Our proprietary algorithm harnesses these connections with your engagements and over 70 other factors to bring you a social reputation score that is unique to you. Now, people can access formal credit using their social reputation. It gets better, trust me. Social Lender is not only based on your social reputation, not only my social reputation, but the social reputation of your network, your connections. On the platform, you can invite your friend as what we call a social guarantor. Here's what the social guarantor does. The social guarantor can digitally guarantee a loan, and should the user default at the end of the tenure, the social guarantor agrees to pay a part of this loan. So you see, your social reputation affects not just you, but everyone in your community. I'd like to tell you how it works too. Bade in need of cash gets onto the platform and registers using any of his social media accounts. On application, on registration, he gets a social reputation score, which is the main asset, and then he proceeds to apply for cash. In applying for cash, he gives us his details, and then he also has to give us a reason for his loan. We perform an audit on him, and in no time, his request is approved. All of this in less than 10 minutes. He gets an alert on his phone, and he's happily on his way to the bank. Now, a user can leave it just at registration to get a social reputation score, which is the main asset. At a later date, the user can apply for cash using SMS, USSD, and 5 other channels. Amazing. Social Lender has also integrated a checkout plugin, which we call the Pay with Social Lender. Now, users can go on to e-commerce sites and pay for items directly. What we're we're doing as Social Lender is bringing these financial institutions and people together. We're building more trust. The Social Lender platform is bigger than all of this. We believe that Social Lender can be used for much more beyond access to formal credit. Employers can use this system. The retail industry can use it. The possibilities are just indeed endless. As with people who are familiar with banking, I'd like to tell you about unsecured lending back home in Nigeria. It's about 10% default rate at the moment, but since Social Lender went live, we've managed an outstanding 3.7% default rate. Well, I'm sure you're wondering how we make money. We do make money. We license the platform to financial institutions. Then we also take an interest income on loans made out. And finally, a transaction fee from the users. But this is all good. The Social Lender team is a robust one with developers and analysts working hard to refine the algorithm and make the system better. Heading this team is Bade as CTO and co-founder, and I as CEO and co-founder, with a combined experience of over 21 years in IT and in finance. We're also proud to say that we want to reduce the already low default rate from 3.7% to much lower. We're doing this by improving the algorithm and making the system better, by adding more data points and mobile data. With this, we can make people more accountable to each other and reduce the default rate. I'm very excited to say that Social Lender is already in operation. It's not just a new thing. Nigeria has grabbed this. We have a partner bank, Sterling Bank, with over 10,000 users, where we manage the platform end-to-end. Excitingly, too, we're integrating with Deal Day, one of Nigeria's largest daily deal sites, to use the Pay with Social Lender checkout plugin. The news is getting better. We've also signed a POC with, for those of you who don't know POCs, it's a proof of concept. We've also signed a POC with Rainfin, South Africa's leading peer-to-peer credit marketplace, South Africa's leading peer-to-peer marketplace to improve credit scoring here in South Africa. And there's more good news, trust me. We've signed a second POC with Barclays Techstar here in South Africa to create a new market and new opportunities for this market. So if you remember the people I mentioned earlier, Balogun, Elvis, and names I'm sure you're not familiar with, they're real people, they're real problems, and that's the honest truth. They shared their testimonials with us. We've been able to help them. If you or your financial institution is interested in building this network for social credit, for trust, and for much more, come chat with us. Thank you.